What's good? What's good? It's your boy Norms and Jamel Herring, and it's the 10-8 podcast. And we are I'm hyped because the presser is over for the Berlanga, Cherise, and the Shakur versus Zapata. But there was fireworks everywhere, statements being made by Reynoso denouncing people part of his camp. Tank and Lamont Roach is pretty much off. That's what Eddie Hearn is saying right now. And Jake Paul is next. I mean, all that and more. After the break, there's gonna be more shit coming up. We're gonna stay on for a while. Oh my God! I just seen a tweet to Oscar asking her if he's good, which is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean,
Oscar, man, you gotta start throwing that left hook at motherfuckers, man. They've been coming at your neck all damn afternoon.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit. Listen, the presser was cool. Edgar Berlanga knows to do a press conference. I thought that was pretty funny. He had somebody call in saying that nobody rocks and nobody knows Hamza Cherise in response to Cherise going on with the microphone, which I thought was really dope. I mean, fight week is here. Thursday night. Tomorrow, I think there's their weigh-in.
There's a lot of shit going on this week. Like I said, the women are fighting.
Yeah, the women are fighting this weekend. I see our girl Christine giving Sugar Neeks the evil eye. I told her.
You got that clip?
Yeah, I got that clip. I put it in the chat. She was grilling her. Adam, what's up? Adam, what's up? I know you guys are reading the headline. Eddie Hearn announces Tank versus Roach not happening. Jake Paul is next. Let's talk about that first, because I think that's the biggest news of the weekend so far, and of the weekend. I feel like we're the only people reporting it. And to be honest, I think Tank's crew, his team, has kind of gone dark. If that makes any sense. But here's the clip from Eddie Hearn in a recent interview.
For me, that Tank fight, I mean, as I understand it, Tank's fighting Jake Paul, right, which is the most bizarre thing ever, but I'm sure it would do massive numbers. Right. And I don't know what happened with the Lamont Roach fight, but I just hope that, again, I don't know Tank, but he looks like a guy that could get his money and go, it's boxing.
Maybe
right.
So,
I just hope we get the Shakur fight before that moment.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Eddie Hearn speaking on this is major because Eddie Hearn's usually on point with a lot of this stuff. And of course, these guys are behind the scenes. And we've been speaking about this. We've been speaking about everything that's going on. We've been reaching out to Tank's camp. They, one of the individuals supposed to come on the show. And that individual actually told us before the interview that he could not speak. He was asked not to speak on Tank. So there's a lot of funny stuff going on in the situation. The fight day was supposed to move August 16th. Apparently, Tank has went.
We said this shit yesterday that we knew once we didn't hear any announcements, because you gotta promote the card. You gotta also start building under. We're already in July. We ain't had no announcements, so I knew that shit wasn't going down.
No, absolutely, but it's more stuff is coming out, and listen, I just want the Jake Paul thing is crazy. And we spoke about him taking Shakur, and in my opinion, the bag doesn't have to be crazy. I don't think he wants any smoke with Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think a lot of it is pending on what transpires on Saturday with Zapata.
Somebody said that in the comments on one of my videos yesterday. That I don't know, man. I thought, if anything, like I said, I wasn't so high on the rematch happening, of course, because the way everybody was moving, but I definitely wasn't expecting to hear about a Jake Paul being the replacement. No reason why.
Well, we all know why. It's not a real fight. Listen, Tank said this over a year ago. He said that he was pretty much done with boxing. He's out of it. He wants to retire. He didn't have Calvin there. He demoted his team from Kenny to Calvin, to everybody. He said he wasn't in it. He was thinking of retiring. He had 4 fights. 2025 was his last year. Okay. He ends up fighting Lamont Roach, which he believed, in my opinion, he thought he was just going to walk right through. Didn't happen. Had the controversy. had everything going on. No, and then even he goes to the press conference after Jamel, and he says after the fight, well, maybe this is the fourth fight on my list for a rematch. I mean, Tank has been pretty.
He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. He wasn't.
You can't knock Tank for telling
It wasn't.
the truth.
It wasn't a priority. It wasn't a priority. I said it yesterday.
No.
It wasn't. It wasn't in the plans to begin with. It was supposed to be a one and done.
Yeah.
Obviously, it came to draw, which kind of slowed things down. Because people expected the rematch to happen, especially how close the fight was. And some consider, well, a lot consider that Lamont actually won the fight when you look through at least social media with Twitter. And we've seen Lamont just basically training, but you don't hear nothing from Tank. Takes down his social media accounts, his X account, his Instagram account.
Yeah.
It goes dark, and then you hear what you heard. We all heard what we heard today from Eddie Hearn.
No, absolutely. It's listen, everything that Tank is doing, getting off social media, because we all know that he's very sensitive. He responds to everything. He doesn't curse me out. He doesn't curse a lot of people. He doesn't like backlash. So what does he do? They tell him get off of social media because you're about to get reamed by every boxing fan alive. And the news is starting to leak out slowly of the fact that this is not happening. Of course, there's no confirmation from his camp.
I tell you right there, that he don't care about the boxing fans. That tells you right there. He don't care. Like, he don't care. People wanted him to have the rematch. He don't care. People thought he was gonna fight Shakur Stevenson next. If depending on how Shakur looks against Cepeda, he don't care. Tank is for Tank.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, I doubt it very highly that he's gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, especially if Shakur looks extremely impressive. If there's no sign of his hands.
Yeah, what if he takes his fight with Jake Paul and goes out there and flatline Jake? That's crazy, man. That's nothing. That's another knock on Jake too, because you were just celebrating about being ranked, even though they're reviewing it, supposed to be reviewing it now. But then you still want to go forward, or you still trying to entertain or fight with a guy that's a lightweight.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We all know Jake Paul.
What the fuck is going on about this flatline Jake? That's crazy, man. That's nothing. That's another knock on Jake too, because you were just celebrating about being ranked.
Sorry, that was me. To be honest with you, it's embarrassing. It's not embarrassing for Jake Paul, right? And the reason is because we all know Jake Paul.
What'd you say? It's not?
It's not for Jake Paul. It's not.
How is it not? How is it not? Yes, it is. You were celebrating about being eligible to fight for a world title in real boxing, in the real boxing world, a real sanctioned body and everything, and then
I see what you're saying.
No, then they got you ranked as a cruiserweight.
Yeah,
but then you wanted to find a lightweight.
No, listen, but we expect this from Jake Paul. Gervonta, he gets mad that we say he's not a Hall of Famer.
It's a hit on both sides. It's a hit on both sides.
It is, but I think it's a hit on both sides. I think it was more of a hit on Gervonta because.
Then the other side says, "Don't go out here saying my fights are rigged, or I'm sending the team out for the fucking do lawsuits and shit." So how is it not an embarrassment? You know what I'm saying? How was it not?
It's embarrassing. Period.
He put out there last week. Hey, if whoever's got this on social media saying that my fights are rigged and this and then the third, I'm sending the legal team out there. Yo, hey, listen.
That's true.
He should get the same amount of scrutiny that Devin Haney got when Devin Haney filed the lawsuit against Ryan. He threatened to put the legal team out there for fans and people saying that his fights are rigged. And then you go ahead and then we get this news today. Come on, man.
I'm not saying that it's not a knock on Jake, but it's a bigger knock to
bully
Ante, in my opinion.
Bully tactic.
Flatline. Well, I'm saying simply because Gervonta Davis is people consider him great. I don't. How do you? Good to see y'all for boxing.
Y'all hear this? I'm like, y'all hear this?
For me,
I'm talking to people. I'm talking to everybody the view. Y'all hear this? They're like,
it's insane.
It's insane. It's a hit on, but it's not official yet. This is what Eddie Hearn said.
It's not happening. Let's be real.
I'm saying it, so I don't want to get too deep into it until we see something more. But this is coming from Eddie Hearn, who I believe has he has no real ties to either one of the fighters. So this coming from him, and like, come on, man.
No, listen, but to me, it's Gervonta takes everything personal. He's gonna get killed out there. Listen, his biggest fight to this day
it's
is
a pussy move to call the attorneys for people calling you out for your fights, and then you want to go and entertain this shit here.
But why do you look at Tank? Do you put Tank in all-time rankings? Is anybody ever gonna put Jake Paul?
I said it's a knock on both sides, but I'm just saying though, like I'm going back and forth with both. Like, let's be real. Like you just celebrated your promote. Y'all just put out all these graphics about being ranked number 14 in WBA as a cruiserweight, but then you still want to entertain fighting a damn. It's still the same. Listen, if you want to consider to be a real boxer, stay your ass. Fight some real competition. Not saying that Tank is not competition, but we have weight classes for a reason. Yeah. Stop it. I don't hear that shit.
But it's also a big knock on Tank. You're talking about.
I just said, listen. If we wasn't gonna get the Roach fight, give us the Cepeda Shakur winner.
Yeah, you're talking about fighting Jake Paul. We're never gonna get Shakur. And you know what's crazy? Shame on me, Jamel, because I actually believe that he was going to actually man up and fight Shakur.
Listen.
I'm sorry, I really believe that.
At this point, I'd rather see him fight George Kambosos.
Who?
Tank, yo.
Oh my God, Tank.
Yo, Jake Paul. No. Okay. It's gonna I don't even think I don't even think you we just pointed out what the number how the tickets were being sold at Jake Paul last fight. Yeah. So I don't even think you can't even call it a money fight. No one's paying for that shit. They're not even paying for his tickets anymore.
I don't want to see Gervonta and Jake Paul, bro. It's such a bad matchup. It's so I think people and you're right, people are tired of Jake Paul fighting these bullshit.
Of the dumb shit.
But I'd say it's crazy. It's ironic because people are tired of also Tank not wanting to fight the best. It's clearly a knock on both. Tank don't want to fight the best. His biggest win to this day was the what's his name, the Puerto Rican dude, Pedraza to this day. And you're upset when people question if you're a Hall of Famer. You're not a Hall of Famer. You're not. I'm sorry. For all the Tank fans out there that believe anything different, you're absolutely crazy. Even the Lamont fight was a fight that he believed that he was going to walk through. Let's be honest. And it shows, and it shows in the fact that he won't even do the rematch. Am I lying, Jamel? He won't do the rematch. Okay. He sees him as a threat. What kind of a competitor are you that you don't do the actual rematch to a fight that many felt like you lost? I think the majority felt like he lost.
Yeah, we need to get, like I said again, we need to reach back out to Lamont and his team again. Lamont, come sit down with us and talk, brother. Just come talk. Share your thoughts on what's going on, everything going on today, man.
You know what? I think he's hanging on a thread of possibly this fight happening. I don't think he wants to piss them off.
It's not even a fucking thread. It's over. It's over. It's over for that. Listen, what's today? What's today, man? Today's the 10th. Tomorrow, August 16th. Yeah. What? 4 or 5 weeks away. Come on, man. That fight is dead in the water. Let's be real.
I don't think. I'll be honest.
It's over. It's over. It's over, y'all. Yeah, it's over.
I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
It's August. At least August 16th cancels that. It's not happening August 16th.
That is. It's not happening November.
He said the ultimate bailout. Thank you, Adam. The ultimate bailout.
Yeah, no, this is crazy. I mean, I don't understand how people are sweeping it under the rug. I've seen people actually saying, well, Tank doesn't need to do that. Roach doesn't deserve the fight.
Cool.
And I'm like,
that's cool. Listen, we spoke of it, like Tank's. I'm not the Tank fan base is his fan base. They're going to ride for this. We've seen it with Ryan Garcia as well. So these fan bases of certain fighters, that's how they roll. But at the same time, if he wasn't going to do if you don't want to do the Roach fight, that's cool. Whatever. It's your choice. You are the A side. But let's fight some other A side talent within your weight class.
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
Or at least around it. It's hell.
I've even heard rumors of him actually saying that not him, but Lamont going up to 147. I don't know. My
brother said the same thing just now to me on the set. I don't know about all that.
Is he?
Yo, everybody in boxing, as y'all see, to this like crazy. Everybody in boxing is like jumping up and down weight classes just for this fight or that fight, whatever. Like we playing fucking fight night, you know, all over again and shit. We just hopping over, making up these dream matchups or whatever you may want to call it, just hopping up and down weight classes. But it's like no one's really making a stamp within their own weight class to see who's the fucking man in their weight class.
Yeah, but you know what? It is kind of telling if that is true that he's considering going to 147. That means in the back of his mind he doesn't believe he's going to get this fight with Tank. I don't think he really believes he's going to get it.
I just seen 2 weeks ago. So didn't he say he was also in talks of fighting Teofimo Lopez at 140?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, I mean,
am I wrong? We just seen it. He said it.
You're right. It's absolutely, in my opinion, disgusting what I'm seeing. I can't believe people are giving Tank a pass. I mean, even if you're a fan of him, you have to.
I don't know. We gotta wait till it really gets out there, and I guess we're gonna keep putting. But I gotta really see. I'm not gonna knock the people until I really start to see all the comments and attention flooding in. So I'm not gonna sit there and say that they're giving them a pass.
I was out and about yesterday.
I'm pretty sure that people wanted to see him fight either the rematch with Lamont or the winner between Cepeda and Stevenson this weekend.
Listen, to be honest, it should only be the rematch with Lamont. To be honest, I get it. I was with the whole
priority, bro. It's not a priority for first.
But that's crazy. That's insane. If this was anyone else, if this was, let's say, I don't know, Canelo, he'd get killed. I mean, he gets killed for Benavidez, and he hasn't even fought him yet on a constant basis. And Tank lost to this man, in my opinion, and won't give him the rematch. It's crazy. And what is it? You're definitely going to get paid for it more. I don't understand what it is.
Jake probably gonna make a lot more with Jake Paul anyway.
Yeah,
you see what Jake doing with the ladies this weekend. And he's putting up bonuses. Matter of fact, promoters step it up.
Yeah,
my man, he putting up 5-figure bonuses for the best matchup. So,
but think about Jake's last fight. They
he got the money up there. If he want to burn through his pockets, that's on him. I'm just saying, he putting the money. He putting the money out there.
Let me ask you a question, Jamal. What does this do for Tank's legacy?
If he doesn't legacy.
I mean, Jake Paul's legacy.
We're not even going to get.
Come on, are you serious?
No disrespect, but I don't think Jake Paul cares for a legacy in boxing like us in the hardcore side. But again, I mean, it's an exhibition. It's going to be exhibition because what state is sanctioning this as a real fight? So you got to make it an exhibition.
How does this even happen? Like, there can't be no weights. Can't be a catch weight. I mean, this guy's like 5'4".
I don't want to really dig in too much into it, honestly, bro. Unless we get some official news right now.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now I look at it. It's a joke. Don't get me wrong. It's a joke, but at the same time, I don't want to, put something out there and like so much emphasis into this, and it doesn't even happen, or it doesn't even, what I'm saying? Because I think
it's gonna happen.
I think the more people criticize it, the more it's gonna just go away anyway. Like people are like, nah, it's not, but nah, we can't.
I feel like the fact that we've seen,
ain't doing that.
You see what happened earlier, Jamal. I'm not gonna say the name of the person, but they said when they were gonna do something with us, they couldn't. They were asked not to speak on Tank. Tank gets off of social media. I think it is going to be the Jake Paul fight.
We reached out to Tank team, y'all. They told us we can't speak on Tank. I'm gonna just put it out there now. I'm not gonna sit there. And there's no disrespect to the team. I'm cool with the team. I know the team since I was an amateur. I came up with the team and everything, so I know these individuals. But we were told that if we bring them on, we're not allowed to speak on Tank in any shape or form or whatever. So I was just like, yo, just cancel it, because I know there's no point, because the people that view us and watch us, they're gonna want to ask questions for us to ask, Tank's team. It's like we can't do it. So it's no point of wasting anyone's time. Respectfully.
And I really say that.
That's why we didn't do it.
Yeah, and I really say that to really say this. I believe that it's already set in stone. I think him and Jake Paul is really going down. I believe they're getting ready for the shitstorm. I really don't believe that it is. Shakur. I don't even think that they're going to even entertain it.
I don't give a fuck anymore, man. I'm tired. Yo, I'm tired.
If I had to put up a poll right now,
I'm tired.
If I had to put my money on Jake Paul or Shakur Stevenson next, I'm putting my money on it's going to be Jake Paul. I'm sorry. I just think
I'm tired, man. What's up, Joey, man? I'm tired, man. I'd rather talk about Edgar Berlanga throwing lingerie.
Speaking of that,
man, come on, man. I'm
speaking
moving
of
on.
Let's get to. I guess we would just bypass it, and anybody want to call up, we call up. But we're gonna bypass that.
Remember this shit? Remember that shit? Hey, oh yeah, hey, I do actually. Hey, first of all, sit down. You have no world title. You have no world title. Oh, yeah, let me put him on now. Let me put him on now, baby. I got some more right here for you. Come here, I got some right here for you. Hey, listen to me. Listen to this. This guy's not even Puerto Rican. I've been asking for your Puerto Rican passport. Where is it at? Where's your Puerto Rican passport? Where's your Puerto Rican passport? I'm more Puerto Rican than you.
Stop
I'm more Puerto Rican than you. Stop fighting. Hey, your jewelry is as fake as your wins.
Yo, what's your take? What's your take on the Oscar reaction?
Does Puerto Rico have their own passports for starters?
I don't think so. I know we're a Commonwealth, so we don't need one.
I'm just saying Puerto Rico's part of the United States. But
I'm
just saying, but I guess Oscar took it like a G. I don't know what I mean.
Took it like a G string.
He didn't get slapped though. You know what I mean? That's my way to see somebody getting slapped.
He told him, he invited me. Yo, he called out Edgar's. He said, "Your jewelry is fake."
He threw a stiletto at him, though. He threw a stiletto at him. That should have hit him in the eye. Something been crazy.
Yo, no, I'm not gonna lie. He said, "You remember this? The wig?" He goes, "Yes, I actually do." And then you could tell it bothered Oscar because the first thing he attacked, and you notice if you attack a young hip hopper, is their jewelry. He went after the jewelry. He said it's fake. Let's go take a test. Damn. Is that ever gonna get overlooked? Or is that like I feel like every time someone gets into it with Oscar, that's what comes up. I mean, give us your take, Jamal. Stockings or jewelry? Which one would you prefer? Fake jewelry?
I don't want to speak. I'm not speaking on this.
As
long as the internet's around, Oscar is never gonna. He's never gonna run from those. I can't say allegations because he's never gonna run away from this mess, man.
They said throwing drawers is preposterous. Listen, when he pulled that shit out, I was dying. I said, "Yo, Edgar is mad disrespectful. That shit is mad funny." But I will say, at least he made a joke out of it. He didn't act super tough and whatever. Even though he did say in a couple interviews that he's gonna slap the Botox out his lips, which was fucking funny as shit. Edgar's funny as shit. I forgot who it was. I think it was Sergio Moro saying that doesn't make you want to see the fight anymore. I'll be honest, I want to see the fight more versus him and Hamza Sharice because he also, called somebody called from London and told him that they didn't know who Hamza was. I want to see that fight. I'm not gonna lie, I do. I want to see what happens, but I mean, Oscar is the king. Are we gonna clap back Thursday today or what?
I went down it.
No, I mean, how's he gonna? I mean, you think he had it pre-recorded? He needs to do a live one from today.
I think he usually has a pre-recorded whatever because you see he edited it so I don't know. He might have to do a live one. He might have to do one just off the spot. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro.
Somebody say crazy how this generation doesn't respect Oscars.
Yeah, I'm saying, I did. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Oscar De La Hoya's always been one of my favorite fighters. Because I respect the resume. I don't really care for what he does on his personal free time behind closed doors. It's not my business, but I respect that. Oscar De La Hoya was out there fighting everybody back in the day. He wasn't skipping 5 weight classes to fight Jake Pauls.
Yeah. That was a shot. Jesus.
Nah, I'm just saying, it's not worth it. Like, what the fuck's the point?
Well, Oscar did say he was training the last 3 weeks waiting for the slap, which is interesting. He said, I was training. So he was ready to pop and respond to Edgar Berlanga. So, I'm just saying. But you think there's a world where we'll have a exhibition match between Edgar and Oscar?
Say what?
Oscar would do it. An exhibition match between Oscar and Edgar. I kind of want to see it.
Whatever, man.
Jamal, you weren't impressed by that press conference? That was a funny ass press conference.
I mean, Oscar was going through hell. He got pressed by Edgar, got pressed by Shakur.
Oh yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, Shakur told him don't lie.
He bet him. He said bet $1 million. Oscar said I don't bet. Shakur said he doesn't. He told Oscar he's not confident in his fighter, which he's probably not. Let's be real. But he, as a promoter, you gotta say certain things as a promoter. You can't be like, yeah, I don't think my fighter may not win the fight, but I hope he does. You can't say that. You know, you gotta be.
I don't think Oscar does believe Zepeda will win, to be honest. But there's a big opportunity for Zepeda. I mean, and they asked him what would Zepeda have to do in order to win, and
Right.
he said he's gonna have to throw the jab, throw a lot of punches, and I guess get close to Shakur, and that's easier said than done. You know what I mean? Shakur, you know, he's a great boxer. I mean, you know, and I should also bring up, we're going to see how good his hands are, because he did state that Zepeda is going to be on him, and he's going to force Shakur to let his hands go. So we're going to get a lot of questions answered about Shakur's health. The competition has stepped up from his last fight. So I mean, I think that's all interesting. But let's just say Shakur goes out there, gets an impressive win. The question has been, what's next? I don't believe it's going to be Tank Davis. What do you think he's actually going to end up doing in regards to Shakur Stevenson? Because I got him winning by knockout. I think he's going to win by stoppage.
Who score?
Yeah. I got Shakur. Yeah.
If he doesn't stop, I think he dominates. Because he's gonna have to let his hands. He's definitely gonna let his hands go. I'll tell you. But he's gonna be countering. Sometimes Williams Petty can throw wide shots. He throws something too wide, you counter up the middle. Which, and you know, of course, very tight. He's very tight with his defense.
Mm.
So he's gonna have plenty of opportunities to basically counter, but it's all about but if Zepeda keeps beating on his arms and everything, your arms after a while they get heavy.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Zepeda got to basically just hit. Don't look for openings. You know, you got to create openings.
Mm-hmm.
You got to beat on your opponent's limbs, because, like I say, you hit them on the shoulders, elbows. That's to hurt. You know.
Do you give Zepeda a chance?
We got to see how Shakur's hands hold up as well, because if he's going to do a lot of counter punching, that means he's going to be using his hands a lot. So we got to see how well his hands are going into this fight.
And recall his last fight against the electrician dude. I forgot his name. Sorry, no disrespect, but he got hurt in that fight. He hurt his hands. I think he shot him a left to the body and got hurt in that fight. And that's what, 4 months ago. So, or maybe 5, whatever it is. So I think the health of his hands are important. But I mean, a lot of people are overlooking Zepeda. I'm not gonna lie. Most people think Shakur is going to win that fight easily. Do you believe that Zepeda has a chance? And again, you stated what he needs to do. Do you think he can? Does he have the skill set to do it?
I mean, anybody has a chance of winning. Let's be real. And he does have a skill set to do so. It's just that he had the ring IQ and, you know, the proper game plan to put it all together. Who knows? But anyway, has a chance.
Yeah, there's a lot of boxing going on this weekend. We also got that fight. And you know what's crazy? Nobody's talking about the Puyo versus Sabril Matias, which is a good-ass fight. And that's this weekend as well. Yeah. And that's opening up that card. I mean, who do you got in that fight? I think that's a really, really good fight.
I'm going Matias for sure.
You got Matias over Puyo? A lot of people got Puyo over him.
No, I'm going Matias, man, because like I said, it's the relentless pressure, and that boy is putting people out. He's putting people out. When he's on top of his game, but again, it's not gonna be an easy fight. But I'm still rooting for Matias to do what he gotta do.
If Matias looks impressive, and let's say Shakur, is that a possibility? Shakur versus Matias?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? 140? You don't think?
I don't think so. I don't think his handles even want. Like, what's the point of that fight for Shakur?
Yeah, I mean, but Shakur pretty much. You know, I was thinking maybe the Puerto Rico things. Matias gets a little momentum, an impressive win. I mean, Shakur. I mean, I'm just tired of Shakur chasing after Tank. I feel like it's like Tom and Jerry. Literally, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna catch him. He's not going to do it. I don't believe
this news with Jake Paul. You might as well forget it. Tank is not interested in. Like you pointed, he's really looking at retirement, because this is retirement fights. Like, these exhibition matches is not doing anything for his, like, you know, saying to further his legacy and boxing. So
This is
if he's willing to jump that, well, I don't know what the weight stipulation is going to be, but again, if he's willing to even just make that type of move, I don't think he's really serious about competing at the highest level anymore.
I'm gonna be honest. I believe this is what Tank is doing, and let's be honest. I don't think he really even believes. I don't think he's gonna fight Shakur. I think he's gonna use the possibility of a Shakur fight in order to bring up the money against Jake Paul and eventually settle with Jake Paul. I don't believe that he wants any parts of Shakur Stevenson. I do believe it's going to be Jake Paul. He's just going to use the Shakur fight to bring up his money.
Right.
I mean that's what's going to happen, and it's going to suck. That's why, in my opinion, Shakur has to just stop. And I said it before, Shakur has to leave and stop waiting for that fight. Stop flirting with something. It's like that chick that you keep trying to get with, and she keeps fronting, and you're in the friend zone. You're never going to get it. Just move on. And I think he has to do the same thing. I think he has to just completely move on at this point, man. Because if it doesn't happen now, it's never going to happen. So I just think he's being used as bait right now. What else happened at the presser? I know we got the girls. We had our own Christine up on stage at the weigh-in with Sugar Neeks giving her the grill piece. You seen it? She was up there getting ready. Chicken's getting ready. All the girls are getting ready for this weekend. I think everybody's there right now. Every female in the boxing world is there. What fight are you most excited for?
Like I said, which one? Which card? I'm gonna definitely tune in. Honestly, I'm gonna just support the entire Serrano Taylor card for sure, because we got people that we respectfully we know personally. So I'm gonna throughout that whole entire card. So I'm definitely support the ladies, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the Shakur Cepeda fight to see. First I want to see how small this ring's supposed to be. Let's be real. I want to see how this ring is looking. But I want to
for the Shakur fight.
Yeah. And again, Edgar got a lot. He got a lot to back up as well. So I mean, it's gonna be a good weekend of boxing. It's gonna be a good weekend of boxing as a whole.
I think Edgar needs this win more than anybody this weekend, to be honest with you. Just to, I feel like there's a lot of doubters, and he said it himself. There's a lot of people that don't believe he can do it. So I think this weekend, if he doesn't do it, man, he can go from that guy to.
And Sharice is tall and lanky. He's rangy, so he can frustrate. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts really frustrating Edgar. Like Edgar already seems like his mind is elsewhere at times. You know what I mean? Like instead of focusing on just solely the fight, his mind is elsewhere.
No, I mean, listen, Edgar needs this win, bro. There's not a lot of people that believe he's that guy. His biggest win. And this is crazy, is a loss to Canelo Alvarez, if that makes any sense. Think about it. There is no notable wins on his resume. And a lot of people are questioning that, so he really needs this weekend to really go. They said Sharif is also the house fighter. That's Turkey. Yeah, absolutely. And that's something he's got to go against, which is going to be tough, to be honest with you. Moving forward, because we're probably going to talk about these fights probably tomorrow as well, but there was breaking news. Eddie Reynoso, the famous trainer, most famous for training Canelo Alvarez and has a great stable of fighters, recently, actually about a couple hours ago, puts out a statement in regards to allegations. Well, actually, not allegations, but a fighter that he knows. Apparently, people were Oscar De La Hoya came out and said that he was part of the Canelo team, tested positive. And Canelo's team has been getting pressure or criticism from people about so many people with the steroid use. So he came out with a statement saying, given the recent comments and speculations about my relationship with Francisco Chuza Rodriguez, it is pertinent to make the following clear. First and foremost, I am not Francisco's coach or manager, whom I've had the pleasure of meeting in person just yesterday. The support he was given was through the promotion and sponsorship of the number of No Boxing, No Life brand, who arranged 3 fights with Clase E and Talento to try to support him in achieving a championship fight. I have dedicated almost my entire life to boxing because it's my passion and reason for being. Everything I have achieved has been through sacrifices, discipline, and dedication. In the way we supported Francisco, we have supported many fighters and will continue to do so until God allows us to. Regarding the positive test result in recent fight, it will be Francisco who will have to make the pertinent clarification regarding the same. I had no participation of any kind in the fight, nor was I present at it. Therefore, I will not comment on it. To Francisco, all support, and that may he overcome this obstacle. I consider it unfair for the appearing in a photo supporting Francisco Rodriguez that they want to hold me responsible for situations outside of my work. In my position as a trainer or manager, I have nothing to do with my fighters' nutrition plans. I don't cook for the fighters. I don't buy their food. I don't give them supplements. I don't recommend supplements. I certainly don't give them banned substances. I support drug testing and clean boxing, and I hope that everyone I work with shares the same values. I am very grateful to the professional media that have investigated in depth and that have reported the facts about me. That was a shot at Oscar. So this is telling to me, and then you can go right after, the fact that Eddie Reynoso finally has responded. He didn't make any comments in regards to the Munguia situation that I could recall, or any of the other allegations, but it seems like this is really tainting his resume, and he wanted no parts of it. Jamel, what's up? I know there's something in your mind. Talk about it.
I'm glad he gave a statement. Shout out to Eddie Reynoso. Respect for that.
Yeah.
And knock him for that. But we never heard any statements for his other fighters. He ain't give a statement for Munguia. Where's that statement at? But again, I get it. He doesn't like most trainers. They don't give the fighters supplements or whatever, but at the same time, they do know who's around, who they bring inside that camp. Like I said, it comes from the camp. No one ever says it comes from, the trainer himself or whatever, him or herself or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you still allowing whoever within that camp to keep giving with whatever to certain fighters A, B, or C over here, and they keep popping. That's why they always say, you know what I'm saying, that Canelo or Eddie Reynoso camp. It's not saying it's just it has to be that individual in particular, but at the same time, if you're the head man in charge of everything that's going on with the fighter, you gotta start checking who's around these fighters as well, man. You gotta start checking these people.
It is telling though that
you see years ago when when Freddie Roach was letting motherfuckers go from the camps.
Yeah, it is telling though, to be honest, that he finally made a statement. You could tell that the heat is starting to get to him, and people are. I mean, he needs to avoid an investigation, because once they start investigating, a lot of things going to come out similar to what happened in the Balco situation. I think it was like 20-something years ago with Victor Conti and everything that came out from baseball players. A lot of people start getting investigated once the federal government gets involved. And remember, Reynoso is not an American entity, right? So we can't investigate him. It would have to be some type of organization out here. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but they're definitely trying to steer clear of people coming at them. And maybe they're feeling pressure from Turkey to make a statement or whatnot, because a lot of what's going around these fighters, Turkey has a hand in regards to setting him up to fight. So, he just had Munguia. Canelo's coming up with Crawford. So I was very surprised that he responded so swiftly and so quick to what Oscar put out there. And I would not be surprised if there is legal action taken against Oscar De La Hoya for defamation. I would not be surprised.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, all it's gonna do is open up more of a can of worms, because, like I said, Oscar is gonna be like, okay, well, what about the Munguia situation or this situation? So Oscar's not stupid, and he does have the
resources.
He got the lawyers behind him as well. So, like, do you really want to keep putting it out there? You really have people really start digging in and investigating into your camps? Do you really want to do that, or would you want to just put the statement out there and just let it be?
No, absolutely. I mean, we put out something about it, and now we have to put out this statement because he's saying he has no. And it's crazy. We put that out this morning, and he literally put this out maybe about 2 hours later. So he definitely has seen the criticism from a lot of people. I haven't seen much, to be honest with you. In fact, when I seen that article come out, I haven't seen anybody really talk about it. So something definitely transpired to ignite his response. Clarissa says Reynoso needs his own steroid brand. That's crazy. That's wild. The sports is twice as coincidence, 7 is a pattern. Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah, like, come on, man. That's a pattern.
Yeah.
7? Okay, 6, I guess, since this guy wasn't part of it still, though.
Yeah, no. I mean, but it is going to taint this brand, people's legacies that are part of that brand. People always bring up the computer roll situation with Canelo. So, you know, it is tough. And you know, in his statement, he clearly, he does, there's no mention of Canelo, which is crazy. But he also, and no mention of the fighters, but he says, he says it clearly, I don't feed these guys. I don't do, like, he kind of takes himself out the situation completely. Like, if they've done it, it's on their ass. Like, and that's kind of, I mean, what do you think about that?
I don't know, man. It's too much going on, man. Like, again, it's just fucking ridiculous overall. It is you know, it's crazy. You get tired of talking about it, man. But that's how much it keeps happening, man. Tired of talking about it, man. But like, somebody really needs to start really cleaning and fixing the system, especially how they testing fighters. Because, like I said, for the most part, we start usually getting these results after the damage is already, you know, done and over with. That's the that's the real problem right there. We gotta start testing these fighters all year round, especially if they're competing at the highest level. They should let's not wait until, and I get it, it's expensive. I know it's pricey, whatever, but at the same time, if you got these fighters fighting at world championship level, they really need to implement something that's getting these fighters tested all year around.
And let me say this. Shout out to Devin Haney. He put out recently a statement that he believes that fighters should be tested 365 days or whatever the hell it is a year. Every they should be tested all year round. And that's shout out to Devin, because it's true. They should be. And Devin went through something that was scary. You know,
he could have really been damaged, and we still don't know the full results of that fight. Because, like I said, we didn't get much out of his last fight, so we still don't know the full results of him moving forward after that whole, you know, debacle with Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, and no, it's not all fighters from Mexico. Somebody from another, I think from Russia, just also popped there.
Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and point at Mexico. Like, there's shit going down everywhere, even here in the States. Let's be real.
Yeah, the sports instant says he also ain't say the fighter.
Vegas is flooded with fucking PEDs.
100%. Sports instant said he didn't say he didn't do it. He just saying his block ain't hot. I'm with you. I mean, he said the fighter didn't do it. No, I mean, he didn't deny. He just said
the block definitely hot. It's hot down there.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely hot. He's definitely getting
hot as hell.
Getting some from whoever it is. Yeah, it's definitely hot, and again, I don't know how it works because there is no like national boxing or whatever. There's no committee. I think everybody's regulated by the states or whatnot. But you know, and he's in Mexico, so I don't know how that works. But I mean, maybe he is trying to avoid an investigation, especially where the majority of their money is made in America. So that could be something that they may end up getting attacked on because, you know, you're making money out here, you're going to get investigated by people out here. So, you know, it is an interesting thing. Real since day one said, no, I'm saying the Reynoso fighters that pop dirty, are they all from Mexico? I'm not sure. I mean, probably. You know what I mean? But there is other fighters that had tested recently as well. But I don't know. I'm going to get ready for these pressures. I think the weigh-in's at 6, right?
I think so.
I think the weigh-in. But the Sugar Neeks, I just saw that weigh-in.
Man, get off that sugar meat.
No. I'm just saying, cause
you know, he wasn't there. You keep saying that shit is your ass.
Hold on, bro. I'm saying if the weigh-ins are at 6, then how did we watch the Sugar Neeks?
Listen.
No, like Clarissa Shields.
Sometimes not. In New York, usually they have a morning weigh-in. That's the official weigh-in, and then later on is when they for the public to see. You know, after you know, that's why it's so late. It's not the real opinion. That's why I think Alicia Bumgarner had showed her weight. She was at 129 and some change, whatever. So she was like on point. So I think they had their official weigh-in this morning. Yeah. But for the public to really see, you know, the whole face-off and everything, I think the UFC does the same thing. That's for later on.
Sports just said Dana White has a model to do 365. I'm with you. I hope he instills it. Interested to see how TKO handles drug testing. I'm definitely interested in seeing it. The sport definitely needs to get cleaned up. And again, if you know, it should be 365. I'm not gonna lie, it should be, because you know, you got people's lives at risk at this point. You gonna go see Superman today? I see the shirt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
See it
So
tomorrow.
that's what's but this news kind of ruined my moment for the time being.
Why? What happened?
Nobody cares for Jake Paul and Tank fight.
No, nobody cares. Shout
Let
out
me
to.
see. I don't see no. I ain't seen nobody in the comments even said they want they like
But
let's do
that's
it.
why he
This
went
what's up.
dark.
This what's up. We need. This is exciting. No one.
You're gonna see.
Like you said, even just the boxing people in general, like you point out, just let's say with just Jake Paul alone, his ticket numbers for this last fight said enough. Enough is enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with
They've
you.
been saying enough is enough for Tank. Let's be real. Let's keep it a buck. They've been saying, yo, this shit's okay. Enough is enough.
You're still gonna have people. Oh, you know, he's done all he can in his career, which is bullshit, and he should be able to go get this money, which is super bullshit. He doesn't have an excuse to go. Like if Canelo went to go fight Jake Paul, I wouldn't be mad at him because he's gave us so many fights. This man, on the other hand, it's crazy. Oh, another one. I forgot to tell you. Roy Jones, he called out Floyd Mayweather for a fight. What's up with that?
Yeah, man, that's not happening. Floyd not gonna entertain that.
No, I don't think so. He's fighting guys in Japan. Why not?
He's fighting guys smaller or around his weight in exhibitions. He's not fighting. What weight is he fighting Roy Jones at? Roy Jones is one as high as heavyweight and came down to really fighting around cruiserweight. What are they gonna fight at?
I have no clue.
Nobody want to see that shit either, man.
Nah.
I seen. Listen, I love Roy. I love you, Roy. I seen the exhibition with you and Mike Tyson, and it didn't live. It wasn't even hype. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that exhibition, whatever. It wasn't hype. It wasn't interesting at all. Why would we want to see a fucking Floyd? And come on.
We did see Mike Tyson and Jake.
And how'd that go?
That was
16-ounce gloves, and this is the reason why people are now saying enough is enough.
Yeah. We're gonna see Tank. Guys, get ready for Tank in November versus Jake Paul. They're gonna be wearing.
That sucks for Lamont. I ain't gonna front Lamont. That's just fucked up how they did you, bro.
They're gonna be wearing his Rock'em Sock'em gloves,
up, bro. How they did you, bro?
He said, "Tank, no, he's not fighting Tank. I mean, Tank is not fighting Roach, bro. Apparently, he doesn't like roaches as much as I don't.
It's not happening. Yo,
guys,
it's July 10th.
Yeah, it was supposed to be August 16th. It's not happening. He's gonna fight Jake Paul. They're baiting us with the Shakur Stevenson. I'm almost guaranteeing you he's gonna fight Jake Paul. I don't think he's gonna fight Shakur. I just don't believe it. Rose is day one. We gave you guys a quick a show after the pressers, which I thought were pretty good. I don't know if Jamel's free later. If anything pops up, we'll go on or whatnot.
Watching the movie. I'm probably gonna see this movie, dog.
I'm seeing it tomorrow, so I can't tell you.
Oh, tomorrow? Oh, you know, I'm around tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning we good. So, but tomorrow night I'm definitely gonna watch the Superman movie. I heard it's really good.
Wait, Clarissa, Tank fight. You gotta make a fight before it to be canceled. There was no fight.
He never signed, Clarissa.
There's no fight.
You gotta tune into our Instagrams at Jamel Herring, spelled exactly the way it is, and NRBE.
Please follow the gram. We make the clips
and our Twitters. It's not happening. He hasn't announced it.
You know what I'm saying? Spots in the chats, in the podcast, and we throw it on the Twitter or whatever, Instagram. But the fight was never made.
Yeah. Well, allegedly, Lamont signed it and Tank didn't and just went dark. He just see that later. I'm out of here.
We don't give a fuck
about that. Tank has a big chance. Of course they do. Tank definitely believes that. That's why Tank is off social media. He's not responding to shit. He's off. His team is not allowed to talk.
We got told today. Not saying that he's gonna lose, but it ain't right the chance to lose. But like I said, going through what we said earlier, this is why we was told by a member at a Tank's team that we can bring him on to the show, but we can't speak to him about anything with Tank. That's crazy.
Wild shit. So they're definitely
I'm good. I said, I'm good, bro. Don't worry about it. Just cancel it, bro.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping stuff close to the vest right now. But
let's reschedule it when we actually do get a fight made by Tank, and then we can go because you can't avoid it then. You can't avoid it then.
Absolutely. But on that note, go watch Superman. Don't spoil it for me, bro.
No.
Don't be one of those. Don't be one of those.
What
up, Biscuits? I don't know who Biscuits is. Is that you talking to you? Is that your nickname?
I don't know who Biscuits is, yo.
I don't know who's calling me. I thought that was your nickname. This is the second time I've seen him write that. But we out of here, man. Appreciate you, Jamal.
Yeah, all right, man.
Yeah, man.